back to old Nurse's, where he lived, under Anthea's bed, in a tin bath full of fine sand. The four of them squeezed into the girl's small attic bedroom, and Anthea dragged the heavy tin bath out onto the rug. After carefully checking that her hands were perfectly dry, the smallest hint of damp made him feel ill, she gently dug into the sand to wake him. His eyes came out first. They were on long stalks, like a snail's, and he could move them in and out like telescopes.
"What is it now?"
His mouth appeared next, like a little furry funnel sticking out of a pie crust.
"Why can't you leave me in peace?"
He, or it, was called a Samiad. You pronounced it Sami-ad. And he was an ancient sand fairy. The really amazing thing was that he had the power to grant wishes. These wishes only lasted until sunset, which was probably a good thing, since they had wished themselves into some very awkward situations. But the hair-raising moments hadn't put them off. As Cyril said, practically anything was better than hanging about before tea on a rainy afternoon. "We're so sorry if we woke you," Anthea said, in her politest voice, because you had to take such care not to offend him. "But we've got a bit of time before tea, and we wondered if we could have another trip into the future, only not so far this time." The smooth sand heaved and shifted, and out came the whole Samiad. His ears were large and soft, like a bat's. His round body was like a little fat cushion of fur, and he had long, skinny arms and legs.
"Oh, all right."
When in a reasonable mood, the Samiad enjoyed an adventure as much as anyone.
"Bring my carrier."
Anthea and Jane had spent days making a special Samiad carrier, by cutting up their party dresses, which old Nurse didn't yet know about. They were not very good at sewing, but their untidy stitches were strong. Anthea helped the Samiad into his bag and slung it over her shoulder. He weighed about 3.5 pounds, and his sandy brown fur smelled distantly of the hot desert, where he had been born thousands of years ago. "We wish we could go to the future," Cyril said, "but somewhere quite near, please."
"Very well, as long as you don't complain about it later,"
the Samiad said in his peevish, dusty-sounding voice.
"And as long as you leave me alone for at least 2 days afterwards."
He held his breath, and his plump body swelled up, as it did whenever he granted a wish, until the bag strained at the seams. And suddenly they were in another place. The Samiad had taken them to some very strange places. This was quite an ordinary-looking room, however, crammed with old books and statues, and photographs in silver frames. A very old man with white hair dozed at a mahogany desk heaped with papers. "Well, I don't think much of this," Cyril said disgustedly. "I was hoping for an adventure." Cyril was going to be a famous explorer when he grew up, the sort you saw pictures of in magazines, hacking through jungles and hunting rare beasts. His favourite book was called With Rod and Gun Through Bechuanaland. "Look!" Anthea went closer to the dozing old man. "It's our professor, only he's years and years older." They all gathered round his chair. "He's so crinkled," whispered Jane.
"No wonder,"
said the Samiad.
"I've brought you forward 25 years. This is 1930.
"Crikey," Cyril said. "I know we've been in the distant future before, but this is our future. If it's 1930, that means I'm 37 years old. Maybe we should go and find ourselves to see what we look like now." "I wonder if I married a vet like I wanted," Jane said. She loved nursing injured animals, though she wasn't very good at accepting when they were dead and had been in trouble for digging them up again. "Shh," Anthea said. "He's waking up." She patted the old professor.